I fundamentally believe, and lots of educators agree with me, that an interactive and immersive experience is far more effective than a narrative linear one. And once you agree that interactive is superior to narrative, then you can construct your content in a way that engages the learner. And if you have that engagement, then it can be personalized, it can be adaptive, it can be all those things that I said, including simulations. That's not to say that I'm going to be putting, leaderboards, high scores, badges, levels, all that. I don't think that's necessary, because once you achieve the goal of interactivity, you're well on your way of offering a superior experience. And that applies, like I said, to lots of form of media. And given the consumption habits of students today, which is, once again, far less linear media, straight film and television, and more social media, video gaming and the like, that's where you can learn how to offer a superior experience. So setting up, and integrating with these learning management systems so that you can offer up, online, digital classroom collaboration, assignment management, those touch points between student and instructor. There's many models of that being successful in other forms of media. And we just need to learn from it and modernize. And in many ways, education is one of the last industries that have adopted a lot of these practices. And, whether or not, that's gamification or not, it goes back to definitions. I can certainly tell all sorts of examples of how to do it badly. But, I'll give you an example. As I'd mentioned, one of the challenges of the pandemic has been a lot of the video and audio production that we do. We produce thousands and thousands of hours per year of video and audio content, and the quality and the engagement of that content is everything. And if you can break it up into consumable elements that help the user on their learning journey and whatever path they want to take, the better, as opposed to one size fits all multi-hour experience. That's just not the answer. And I think once I would even say authors realize that the assessment and the interactive component is more important than the narrative, the better. And I'll give you an example. When we were young, we tended to learn by reading the book, then doing the homework, and then you get the feedback from the instructor, rinse and repeat. In today's environment, it's often, the students will try to do the online homework first. And then as soon as they encounter an obstacle, then they'll refer back to the narrative and learn the material, watch the video, read the chapter, and then go back. And it's a back and forth iterative process that changes the learning dynamic in a way that just wasn't an option when we were younger. I mean, we maybe had some computerized instruction, but it wasn't like it is today. And I think that's the big change. I think it's low latency networks, particularly 5G, because in the absence of really good geolocation or the lack of a low latency experience where you're getting response quickly, it's hard to tether and render objects in real time and make them believable. I mean, I don't know how often you've used these devices, but objects kind of tend to pop around, and you get this feel that it's the space is not quite ready for mass adoption. But I've also been around long enough to see technologies that may not seem all that compelling today be essential and highly engaging in the future. So stay tuned. Immersive or AR/VR has a long road ahead. And actually, lastly, what I'll end with is we've been doing a lot of, what's been most effective for us, and I'm not even sure you'd necessarily call this AR/VR, but 360 video is, we've been using quite a bit of. Just having a 360 panorama with hotspots of a particular area is really valuable for a geography or history course where you're trying to see faraway areas that you can't visit in person, and that works.